What's up, YouTube? Protomana back with another video. This time, okay, I'm just gonna do a remake of the last video I tried to do, which was the top game of 2012 in my opinion, not what I think everybody else should think is the game of 2012, but what I think the game of 2012 should be. If that makes any sense. But yeah, I did the last video. It ended up being like what I think 38 minutes long or something. So I gotta do it again because I don't want to freaking upload a huge video. So this time I'll just kind of not talk about each game, but just say them. But I'll just kind of mention the games that I bought first, or like games that I don't want to classify or put in the actual list. Just alright, let me just start it. Okay, the first game is Madden 2013. I really liked it. It was pretty fun, but I'm not going to put it in because I don't like to count sports games or rhythm games or games of that type of nature in like an actual game list. I want to classify them as something else. Basically, sports game and every other game in two categories. Split them down in two categories. So yeah, it was cool. This next game is Ratchet and Clank, and I don't want to count it because, or the Ratchet and Clank trilogy or collection. It's called Ratchet and Clank Collection, but I don't want to count it because it came out a couple years ago, and that would be pretty unfair. It would be pretty biased for me to say that it's better than any of these games that are new that have never come out before, or so like I don't know the expression, but yeah. So that's another one. Alright, and now here are the games that I would consider, or I would put it in, but I haven't beaten yet. And that's Hitman Absolution, about halfway through, I think, maybe a little slightly past halfway. I'm in like the cornfield part of the game. Game's pretty difficult too, by the way, and it's cool. I like it. Gotta beat it, though. It's definite buy at the beginning of the year. Also, this next one is a fighting game which I don't play much of, but I still like to I still got it because it was Persona 4 Arena. I got it because, like I just said, it was Persona. I wanted to play a fighting game with Persona characters, and yeah, cool. This next game I have not beaten yet, but I've played multiple times around halfway through. I just want to I don't know, I just want to use a different character each time, or just start the beginning. But the thing about it is that the beginning missions are pretty boring and dull, and it's like, Jesus. But yeah, it's Borderlands 2. I don't know, personally I do kind of think I like Borderlands 1 a little bit better, but still Borderlands 2 is pretty awesome. It's cool. I don't know, like, it's not really my type of game, but I still do like it. You know, just play. It probably would be fun if I play with other people, but the people that I would play with play on Xbox while I'm on PS3. But I do like to play solo, so I don't really like multiplayer that much. I don't like playing with other people. I like doing it myself. You know, I'm a solo kind of guy. That's how I like to play video games. Alright, now what? Okay, now I gotta do the DLC games, or not the DLC games, but the downloadable games. And that's, the first one is Unfinished Swan. I really liked it. It was pretty awesome. Pretty much what I'm saying about every game. I like games that are like this. Alright, I'll put these two together. Unfinished Swan and Journey, because they're pretty much the same type of game. I'll pretty much just say the same thing about both. I like games that are visually basically art rather than this huge epic story, or this games with a bunch of explosions and crap like that pretty much games are doing nowadays. But yeah, yeah, it's awesome. The games that don't have all these like crazy functions, and you know, you got to use this button, that button, and that button, and these buttons together to do this, and you know, you got to switch this over here. You know, it's just pretty much simple. You just have a jump, and you have a simple action button. That's all it is, and you move around, and you can move the camera around. That's what I like, or I like that too, along with all these other games. But these ones definitely stick out because they're simple, but they have a deep meaning behind them. They're not just, you know, a game. They actually have some sort of meaning towards them, I guess. Alright, now we're at like the top 4. And by the way, these aren't in any order. They're just kind of there. But these top 4 are definitely part of the games that I would consider the good ones. And next one is Tales of Grace's F. I'm a big JRPG fan, and I like the Tales series. So yeah, that's why I got this one. I liked it. It was awesome. The characters, or what did the battle system, pretty much the biggest thing that I liked about it. It was simple. It wasn't like, you know, just spam X or spam whatever the attack button would be in other RPG games. It isn't just like that. It isn't, you know, just keep taking damage away from the enemies or keep taking health away from the enemies. You actually gotta like stop for a second and like wait for your stamina to go up and then go back in there and start attacking. And there's, you know, a dodge feature where you'll strafe around the enemies, which also takes away stamina, and your moves take away stamina and all that junk. And it's awesome. And it is a game that you can use support characters without having them be in danger. You know, I like that. I hate games where you can't use support characters because it'll make it. Your guys will get attacked because you're using them, and you'll run into the enemy first or whatever. And they target your guy. They target the guy that uses it, which is the support character. You know, in these RPGs or whatever. I don't know what I'm saying, but yeah, I like it. This next game is a game that I was not going to buy. Absolutely refused to, but I do believe it is the best one since the 3rd game in the series, and that's Call of Duty Black Ops 2. I like the story in this game. It was it kept me interested. It kept me wanting to know what happened at the end. It made me hate, but also have like kind of feel for the villain. It didn't just like say, oh, he's a villain, I don't like him. I did want him to die. I wanted him to them to like grab him and just strangle him. But yeah, it was cool. I kind of have mixed feelings about him. So, and also you can change the ending. It's not really a big huge change. It's not like, oh, you know, this decision has a huge impact on the game. It kind of did. You know, having change, like doing this will pretty much doing this decision will pretty much change this decision at this point in the game, which will end up altering the end. So, you know, if you kill this person here or let this person die here, then this person won't be able to live or will live and end up changing the end of the story. So, you know, it kind of does have multiple impacts at multiple points in the game. So, yeah. It's cool. And plus, I do like Treyarch games better than Infinity Ward games, besides Call of Duty 2. That was the best Call of Duty. But I do believe this is the best Call of Duty since Call of Duty 3. Modern Warfare series is pretty overrated. It's not that great. It's just a simple first-person shooter game. Like every other one. Just kill a bunch of terrorists. That's all. You know, terrorist attack, that's all. This one actually got pretty widespread, or like a lot of crazy crap was happening at the end. It was kind of fun. I was like, what the f was going on throughout the whole game? Or like towards the end, I was like, are you serious? All this junk is happening? It was big. It was crazy. You know, Treyarch is starting to do the more of a cinematic, more of a story type thing, rather than just kill enemies. Kill some terrorists, that's all. Alright, this next game's gonna be people are gonna be mad and be like, you're stupid. The old games were better, but Final Fantasy 13-2. That was honestly a really good game. I do like the 13 series. I don't dislike any Final Fantasy game. I like them all. I don't know what it is about people, why they're like, I don't like this one. I guess people are too nostalgic. They don't really like the old games. I personally do like old games, but I won't sit there and say, oh, this game's better because it's older, and because I grew up with it, and because it was a big part of my childhood. I don't do that. I don't compare nostalgia with new modern things. I don't do that. It just pretty much ruins everything, and then I'll end up not liking anything new. So yeah, I don't compare anything. I don't compare old music to new music. I don't compare compare Led Zeppelin to Justin Bieber. I don't compare freaking Michael Jackson to Lady Gaga. I don't do that. I don't do that because it's just gonna ruin everything. Basically, that's the same thing about Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy VII, in my opinion, was just a good game. Final Fantasy 13 too is, in my opinion, a good game because I don't compare the two, so I won't, you know, mix. I won't mix the two together and say, oh, this one does this one better, and this one because now this one's worse because it's different and it changes the game up, and it you know, because this character died in 7, and you know, now I'm gonna cry about it, and then now, you know, I don't know what I'm saying, but yeah, seriously, it's kind of sick, but seriously, I don't know. I liked the game. I'm very interested to see what happens in 13.3. I want to say the 13.2 ending me really shocked. The ending really shocked me for 13.2, and I was like, wow, really? So this is going to be a pretty dark series. It's not just going to be like all happy and, you know, yay. It's going to be serious. It's going to get real. I don't know what's going to happen next. Maybe somebody else might, you know, but yeah, it was a shock. I had a feeling it was going to happen though. I was like, dude, is that going to happen? Come on, don't let that happen. But then, it happened. I was like, no. Now I'm interested to see what happened. Gonna be crazy. But now the best game of 2012, and probably honestly one of the best games, in my opinion, of all time. Maybe even the best game of all time. I don't know. And it's kind of weird because I never even played this system, this generation, but and then, like, except for the early years of the Wii, but I know I kind of did it in stages. I kind of quit playing the Wii, and I played Xbox mainly in the first and second half, and then, or the first quarter, then the third quarter, then the end I played the PS3 for like the last quarter. But the last story, in my opinion, is the best game of 2012, simply because, actually no, just because I liked it. Honestly, in my opinion, I just really liked the game. One thing I liked about it that it does different from RPGs is not sit there and give you all this stupid information that you're not gonna need, or all this big huge world that you need to explore. Which for some reason people hate it when you don't have a big world to explore. I don't get that. Why would you like to waste your time on a game that you're not really even going to remember that part or those moments of the game in the future or later on? You're not going to remember that. So why do that? Why have all this exploration in the game? Why have all these crazy side quests where you go here, then go here, then go here, and like have all these random encounters where it's just going to add like 10 seconds of gameplay to the game that are just going to end up stacking up to like 30 hours of extra gameplay that really you don't even need. Instead, this game just has you go straight through. It's just simple, but with a great story behind it, a really good battle system. It's not like hack and slash, like click the A button over and over and over again. It's more like you direct your guy to attack. You can be pretty tactical with it. In my opinion, I'd say it's a mixture between like a Gears of War and a Final Fantasy Tactics, you know, with swords. Alright, this game is about to be 15 minutes long, so I need to cut it. But yes, in my opinion, it is probably the best game of 2012. I think it really is underrated. Way underrated. Yeah, that's it. If you don't buy this game and you're an RPG fan, then you gotta buy it. Basically, you gotta buy it. You can't just let this one slip by. So yes, okay, I don't want to go over 50 minutes, but then I'll have to. But yeah, that's it. I don't know. What do you guys think? Tell me what your favorite game of 2012 is. Yeah, that's it. Gonna cut it close.